What's up, guys? Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's your host Steady Yeti, and today we have an absolute banger deck that I'm excited about for a couple reasons. One, because it's grass, and I have not been super excited about the grass decks recently. The new Hydrapple deck is pretty cool, but the Arbalova deck I didn't really care for, and I was a super heavy grass pusher before rotation, and then when Arbalova came out I was just kind of bummed. But today we have the Big Chonky, the Mega Venasaur. Guys, this deck is so fun. It lays down the heat. It's super synergistic, and let me just hop into the list here so we can explain what's going on and kind of the backstory. So this deck I have been playing around with, I should say, for about right before rotation. I think I still had some G cards in it right around the time I was like, hey, I want to do this with this. So obviously the idea here is Teal'c Ogerpon is your main ramp engine, so we're not using Meganium. And then we have Mega Venusaur as the main attacker, and then Teal'c as the backup attacker if need to. And then we have Noctowl as a draw engine or a search engine to keep the deck running flush and smooth. And then we have Regigigas for the Dragapult decks. I actually just recently added this in here. I had Tapu Bulu in here and a couple different. This deck has seen 7 different lists. I wish I would have saved them all so I could tell y'all the whole story, but that would have been a long enough video on its own that y'all would have had to see gameplay in part 2. Speaking of gameplay, I'm probably going to, this is pre-Chaos Rising as you see. There is no special red card. There's no other possible grass text or any items that might be good. AZ Tranquility or something like that, I doubt it, but you never know. So with that, this is pre-Chaos Rising. I've been meaning to make this video for about 4 to 5 days. I've been very busy, so sorry about that. Chaos Rising is now here, so we will be upgrading the deck with Chaos Rising, and we have reset the ladder, and we are going to be seeing how far we can get with this deck and how fast we get to Arceus rank with this deck. Honestly, I'm not super excited to play much else in the meta right now, other than Team Rocket's Mewtwo. As we all know, I've talked about it plenty. And it's to a point now where I want to beat Pult because I didn't play a counter Pult. You know, I want to beat it for a different reason. And I played that deck so much that I think I actually got burnt out on it. But I don't think that'll be possible with this deck because I get to play with lots of my favorite cards. Teal'c, Noctowl, even the Regigigas. I just love this card. He hits like a truck. He's a single prize. He's easy to get set up in this deck. And yeah, the deck feels super consistent. It feels like a deck I would play. And the thing I like most about it is it's a deck that I built. Like, I'll admit, I copied the idea like forever ago while I was still heavy on Charizard Pidgeot before I even had a channel. There was a guy that I ran across the ladder and he was playing this same kind of concept, and so it's always been floating around in my brain, but now it's here and I've been working on it and making it myself. So definitely drop in the comments if you've been playing around with something like this also out there somewhere in the world, you know, because I'm in a little small town with not many Pokemon players, so somebody in California could also have the same idea and they played at locals or something, but who knows, right? So let's just hop into the deck tech and actually talk about all the cards, which we should have done going on 3 minutes ago now. But I got excited to talk about it, so here we are. So we are on a 3-2-2 Bulbasaur to Venusaur line. It has been anything from a 3-1-3 with a bunch of rare candies. It was at one time a 3-3-3 with no rare candy, and you just knocked out for Dawn, which is not, I respect that too, but I wanted to make the deck as consistent as possible. And I cut and trimmed and cut and trimmed and cut. And at one point we were at like 4 Wallies and the Jumbo Ice Cream Cone plus Hero's Cape. And we were just like a chunky Venasaur build. And we were doing okay, but the deck just bricked a lot more. And luckily with the help of Perfect Order, the set that everybody hates and sleeps on, it's literally one of the best sets we've ever gotten in Standard. It gave us so many playable cards. It reprinted PokePad to make it a fair price for players. Enough said. It has me out, period. Even though I don't like the card, it's still a really good card, I'll admit. I've been talking about putting one in here. With PokePad, it makes it a lot easier to get our tech cards. It makes it where if we have a Bulbasaur and a Forest of Vitality, we could Ultra Ball for a Venusaur and PokePad for an Ivysaur, or something like that. Obviously the main line is PokePad for a Fan Rotom or a Noctowl or something, or a Regigigas if you need it, or maybe even a Bulbasaur, since you can't buddy popping for it. Not that I play him, but just the point. If he was 70 HP, we would definitely be playing some Poppins, but he's not, so we're playing for PokePad and for Ultra Ball for that reason, to make sure we can get our Bulbasaur and get it down, which honestly it's never really a problem, and I'll explain why here in a second. Typically what we do with this deck is like, we hope to open a Teal Mask playing 4 of them, or Fan Rotom is fine too. It's a decent turn 1 attacker. Obviously you never want to start the Regigigas, although it's really not that bad nowadays due to the amount of Terra stuff in the format. Like getting that loaded up pretty quickly, if you can get that taken care of, like you're doing some pretty successful stuff. Excuse me. Hope this video don't get taken down. Anyways, back to the video. So yeah, if it's, you really want to start the Teal Mask, and if it's where you can start the Teal Mask and you can start getting your draw engine and your ramp engine, and you're hoping to go turn 1 Fan Rotom or Hoothoot or whatever, that way you can get into a turn 2 Noctowl. And what the turn 2 Noctowl will provide you is a Dawn and a Forest of Vitality. And you're playing a grass deck, so you have all these other cards that help with consistency once you get these 2 things. And pretty much every time I've played Noctowl early game on turn 2, I always get those 2 cards. So I can get the entire Venusaur line, I can play the Forest of Vitality, and play the entire Venusaur line. And now we have a big chunky sitting there like, hey bro, give me some damage. And typically with this deck, you have a few different options. I was playing with Switch, now I have Air Balloon to get one of your Pokemon out of the active to get Venusaur up front. Not that that necessarily matters. Just wanted to throw that in there. The reason I picked Air Balloon over Switch is because they're both searchable with Noctowl. The only way to search for trainers in this deck, since I'm not playing any Betrayals, and in case we get Budooed or Itchy Pollen, we can still play the Air Balloon to possibly switch around and possibly take a knockout on the Badoo if it's early turns with the Fan Rotom, so on and so forth. So, cards that I think are very needed in the deck that are like, wow, why is that in there? Is the one of Glass Trumpet. I had a good buddy that we play all the time together. We've been playing for years together, both Magic the Gathering and Pokemon TCG. And I was telling him about this deck that I was making. Actually, at the last tournament I played Charizard Pidgeot at, we was on the way. I was like, man, I've been playing with this Venusaur deck. This deck seems really cool. Like, and I'm really utilizing this card. And he's like, well, what's the card? I said, Glass Trumpet. And he said, what? Glass Trumpet? Like, he kind of like slept on it a little bit. Now, everybody nowadays is going to agree that Glass Trumpet is goated, you know, because all of the Raging Bolt decks are playing it. And because the pros are doing it and they're cool, that means it's good, right? No, this card was good way before that. It's just been getting slept on. And now it's back. And especially with this deck. So, let's say you have 2 energy in play, and you Glass Trumpet and put 2 energy in play. Now you have 4 energy in play. That can do a lot. That can make you attack with Venasaur. That can make you attack with Regigigas. You could attack with Teal Mask. Whatever you need to do, it loads up all of your Pokemon because you're always, well, I've always had the normal types on the bench for that to help. Same with the Night Stretcher. At one point the deck didn't have any Night Stretchers in it, so I put a Night Stretcher in there because I thought it might need one, and it has come in handy some. I have used it some. I was playing against a Pult deck, and I Night Stretchered the Regigigas to take a second knockout, and that actually ended up winning me that game, so that was cool. And as far as everything else, it's pretty standard. Something that's a little different is I have 1 Terra Orb and 1 Rare Candy. You might be wondering, if you're on 4 Forest of Vitality, why do you have 1 Rare Candy? It's just there in case I brick. If I don't brick, I'll discard it to Ultra Ball. Like, it's not a problem. And the 1 Terra Orb is because you really want to get Teal Mask down as soon as possible. 9 times out of 10, this hand or this deck gives you good enough opening hands that I'm Noctiling on turn 2, if not for the Dawn Forest of Vitality, than a Dawn and a Bug Catching set, or sometimes even 2 Bug Catching sets, to try to get energy, so I can get energy on my Pokemon and start attacking. And I mean, that's pretty much it. Flex slots we have here is 1 Area 0. I honestly don't know why I play this card, other than to have a 5th Stadium. Is realistically my only reason. Most of the time it just kind of sits in the hand. I have had some times where it mattered, where I had both Noctile set up and a Fan Rotom and a Bulbasaur. 3 of my Teal Mask Oprons end up being fries that game. So we forced a Vitality 1 turn to get into a Venusaur and just kind of stalled it out. And we ended up getting a knockout on a Zygrade, which gave us 3 prize cards, 2 of them being Ogrepons. And I was able to play the Area 0, put 2 Ogrepons down, and start doing some work with that. So yeah, that game was rough, but we did end up getting there. To be fair, my opponent did play another Zygrade, and I just bossed it and knocked it out, but it is what it is. Something else Regigigas is really good for, that the rest of the deck isn't, is Cornerstone. So he doesn't get one-shotted by Cornerstone because of Cornerstone's attack. It doesn't count weakness, so it only does 140. So if you lag on energy for a turn, or if they have no other way to attack it out because they just go into a Cornerstone, then you have this guy to keep attacking. And he's also technically good against Crustle. Of course, I mean, realistically against this deck, or with this deck, we just kind of lose to Crustle, which is a problem, which is why I thought about putting the Tapu Bulu in there. But like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of gameplay with this deck, a lot of ladder climbing with this deck to try to perfect the list even more. I would like to add in a Tapu Bulu for the Crustle matchup and a Meowth. There's been several games where I'm just like, wow, I could really use a supporter right now. Just maybe my hand was dead, not necessarily needed a Wally's, but just wanted a Lily's, you know, or something simple like that. But Wally's is definitely a powerhouse card in this deck, and I have set it at the 2 spot right now. I think that's all you really need. But that's about it for the deck. It's just straightforward. It's Venusaur with Ogrepon, you got the Noctile engine, and you got a bunch of little one-ofs to help with synergy. Unfair Stamp is the A-Spec for now. I kind of want to put it back on Hero's Cape, especially since we have the special red card. Because if they get a knockout on one of my Venusaurs, I can special red card them, hopefully go into another Venusaur, and with the Hero's Cape, they're probably not taking another knockout on that. So they're going to have to worry about bossing and doing all that stuff if they play a low boss count. Like most decks do nowadays, about 2. Some decks play 3 and 4 depending on the matchup, but most of those are pretty easy matchups anyways because Venusaur is so big. Then hopefully we can stall out and win. But that's all I have for today on the deck tech, so let's hop into some games and see what we can do with this thing. Like I said, starting fresh with the Gardevoir class. This Great League. I didn't even know. And I got to shout out the Pokemon thing, man. This right here, this is cool. This is super cool. The last one was Meowth. The Ascended Heroes one was kind of whack, but the last one was Meowth. And then this one's Greninja. I love Greninja. Greninja's super cool. And starting over with a fresh battle pass. Let's see what our quests are. Play one stadium, attach a fire energy. Okay, so we're going to do 2 of these today, hopefully. If we're not doing at least 90 damage, we're not having fun, but it is what it is. So I don't think we'll be attaching a fire energy today. So let's hop into some games, and then I do have some news at the end to just kind of talk about next videos on the channel. But for now, let's hop into a Chaos Rising format with no Chaos Rising cards, because I wanted to show off the deck beforehand. As I said, this is definitely you want to go first deck. You don't have to, but it's nice to go first. That way you can get turn 2 Venasaur hopefully pretty soon. Heads, so they get to choose. And I will go first. Sweet. So okay. Well, no basics. I was about to actually get excited here, thinking one of these was a Bulbasaur, but we'll mulligan and see what happens. 1 mulligan, sweet. Okay, we got the Bulbasaur Fan Rotom. Like to see it. Definitely going to start with the Fan Rotom, I think. Just because it's, well... Now let's start with the Bulbasaur, because we can still tutor with the Fan Rotom. And if for whatever reason the Bulbasaur gets knocked out, we can still search with the Fan Rotom. We'll search with the Fan Rotom and get Noctiles with this Terra stuff. He's got a Delibird. Each player may attach up to 3 basic energy cards from their hand to their Pokemon. I was telling my buddy not to sleep on this card. I was thinking that's the way it worked. Wow. Alright, so Fan Rotom. Fan Call. Oh, wow. First video here, and we're just getting rolled by prizes. We literally have everything in the deck except 2 Hootoots. Oh my goodness. That is insane, man. Did I draw one? No, I didn't. Oh, this is so bad. Okay. Well, I mean, this is kind of proof in the pudding here that you brick sometimes. I think I kind of want to Ultra Ball away one of these Noctiles. Just, I mean, because something else too I meant to say, you really only have to have 1. So let's do Noctile Energy, because I have Energy Retrieval, and we're going to bug catching after getting this Teal Mask. And then we're going to Teal Dance. Golly, guys, this is going to be a crazy... Okay, got that. So can we bug catch in for some good... Yeah, we're going to bug catch in for some good stuff here. So hopefully this Ivysaur sits here. Or this Bulbasaur stays here and we're able to put some stuff on it. So let's do that and pass turn. Oh, I mean, kind of hoping to draw into like Ultra Ball Rare Candy or something. I mean, another reason here why we can see why the Rare Candies are important. Because now... Oh, well... This isn't going to be fun. No, not fun at all. Wow. The Ignition Air. He must have a water... Okay, he's getting a water energy to take a knockout here. And then next turn he's going to do the Teal Mask. Which means I'm going to make him boss. Because we're definitely sacrificing this Fan Rotom. Oh, and he passes. Oh, because he can't evolve on his first turn. Duh. Okay, sorry guys. Alright, so... I mean, I kind of want to Teal Dance here. If we draw Stadium, which we play 4, they were all in the deck, I think. We could Ultra Ball for Venusaur, and that's really good for us. So, let's do that. Because then we could attach and start taking knockouts, and that's important. Okay, well, we did not. I really just want a Lilies. save the energy retrieval, I guess, and attach energy so we can at least attack. And I guess we just need the lilies because there's no way to get both pieces. So hopefully we get an Ultra Ball or a Venusaur here. We did, but we didn't get Stadium. This is not looking too swell here. Okay, well I guess we need a Pokepad for another Bulbasaur. Golly, both of the owls being prized like changed this game so much, or the Hoodoos, excuse me. Okay, we did have all 4 stadiums. I thought we did. And 2 energy, and there's 4 in play, and what, 2 in my hand? 3 in. Okay, so that's fine. I guess Bulbasaur here, and attach air balloon to Bulbasaur. Sure. I guess realistically we could have attached energy to Teal Mask and then brought it up and took a knockout, but we would have lost the Teal Mask, which is kind of scary, especially having 2 energies on it. I kind of want to retreat here into the Fan Rotom and make him have a boss. It sucks, but that's really the only play. Oh, we can't retreat because I put the air balloon here. Well, okay. This isn't looking too good. I have been stunned. Yeah. If we get rare candy here though, we're doing okay. We are doing okay because, which we won't get the rare candy, but I mean it has free retreat. Energy retrieval, not doing anything. Well, it's doing a little bit, but not really. So, Kill Dance. Wow, this is not looking too hot for the home team here. Do we attach energy and lilies, or do we just lilies and hope to draw energy? We'll have 5 in the deck with ways to get energies back. I think we just lilies. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I am lost for words here because this is not. Throw down the Reggie because we don't want to draw it, I guess. Draw a fresh 8. Hopefully get rare candy or something. Okay, well. I mean, there are some possibilities here that I am going to take all of. So throw that bad boy down. Forced of Vitality. Teal Dance. We get Ultra Ball and Venusaur here. We're in the game. That's a boss, not necessary. So we can then bug catching. Yeah, because we need a bug catching first. And whiff. Okay. So now we are relying on this unfair stamp. And the unfair stamp got us there. Okay. So it's going to be hard for him to knock this out. And we can move energies back if need be to Wally's next turn. And yeah, we're just going to do some solar transferring and get in there. Boom, 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 buddy. Oh. One of the energies is missing now, and that bothers me. So I should have 4 to be able to attack, right? Yeah, okay. So we got there, and that's just kind of showing the consistency I was talking about earlier. An unfair stamp putting in some work there that special red card wouldn't have had, and Hero's Cape wouldn't have been it. So maybe we keep that as the A spec. Alright, so they had a decent little drawback. Legacy on the Mucky is interesting. But it does make it where he can move damage, so I respect it. And I think this Wally's is going to be super clutch here, because we're going to be able to get the knockout on the Venusaur this turn. I mean, on the Starmie, excuse me, with the Venusaur. That's what I was planning on saying. He does get the knockout on the Fan Rotom, getting him down to 4 prize cards, but we're finna be at 3 prize cards. Alright. So, we have Bulbasaur, Ivysaur in the discard. So we really just need to make sure this one stays alive. And our hand is not doing much else other than that. So let's solar transfer all the energies back. Click done. Then we're going to Wally's. Heal all the damage off the Venusaur. And then we're going to solar transfer all the energies to Venusaur. And then hit done. And I don't really have anything to Ultra Ball for. 2 Tail Mask is already enough of a reliability. If he's able to get into Starmie plus the Ignition Energy, he can just boss him up and knock him out. So let's just go in for the knockout here and hope he doesn't really have much return. Taking 3 prize cards. I bet we see a Hoodoo now. Yeah, there it is. Not needed. Lucian. It's a shuffle effect. I don't exactly know what it does. Tails. I think it's tails they lose. Oh, it's tails for both of us. Okay. That's actually better than Harlequin in my opinion. Because that's a 50-50 chance twice. I like that. So like now he's not in as bad of a situation. Ooh, Mega Frostlass. He's not in as bad of a situation if we both flip tails, but if he flips heads, then it's the winning side of Harlequin. I don't know. I kind of like that. Alright, so we're going to Bug Catching Set and hopefully get some energies. 1 energy is fine. And we're going to go ahead and throw that on the Tail Mask. Draw. It's not a terrible draw. I do believe it's just 1 though. If it would let me read it. I thought you could. Oh. Well, I accidentally played it. Oops. It is just 1. It's 1 per normal type. And I think we're just gonna solar transfer to the Tail Mask to kind of make him want to boss it up and knock it out, because it's fully loaded. And then we could just like throw our hand down so we don't have a hand, or we could just Ultra Ball our whole hand away, because I don't really need the Area Zero or the Terra Orb, and the Terra Orb does basically the same thing as the Ultra Ball. And probably, even though it won't be 100% necessary, we do have the Rare Candy if need be, so I think I'm just going to get this Bulbasaur. And we have a 0 card hand now, so they're going to have to make us draw cards. And we're just going to keep taking knockouts. Night Stretcher is a cool hit there. We can get back the Ivysaur, so we don't have to worry about Rare Candy. Now we have the option of Rare Candy Venusaur and or draw Venusaur. So that's good. So if they possibly somehow get a knockout on this Venusaur, the second Venusaur, and they can see. Okay, sweet. Definitely a rough startup, but as you can see, the deck was very consistent following through turn per turn, and the Unfair Stamp, honestly, I will say, came in clutch right at time. Let's collect some rewards. Definitely did both of those. We have already made it to tier 5. I'm going to collect all of them. Did we get any packs? I don't think we got any packs. Oh, we did. And Ooh, full art. What do y'all think about the Delphox? I think the Delphox is pretty cool. Oh, Metagross. So we're one card into Mega Floette regular rare. We're one card into the... That is a beautiful card. We are one card into the Slowking deck. So definitely gonna have to be trying out some Slowking on the channel whenever they come out with Pitch Black, so we can play 70 HP Slowpokes. But until then, we're playing Venusaur. Period. Point blank. I do have some thoughts for other decks as well that I might throw on the channel as some ideas. But as of right now, this is what we're doing. It's just what we're doing, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It works. It's fun. It has a bunch of cards I like, so I'm gonna play it. I got the cool Apex Gaming Venusaur sleeves in my IRL deck with my super cool Teal Mask Ogerpon deck box that my buddy Dragonite made. Okay, horrible starting hand, but one can make it work. So now here, we kind of need to hope to get a different search engine. Although Ultra Balling for Ogerpon isn't bad, and we just have to hope to draw something to get a Noctowl, and then we can get a Dawn. Definitely take an extra card. Then we can get a Dawn. Okay, so we're playing against Greninja, so we get to see Greninja. Okay, Pokepad is a fire draw there. Hopefully they don't somehow knock out this Hoodoo. Alright, so let's see, what are we gonna do? Let's Ultra Ball away a Wally's and a Glass Trumpet. I know I said I love that card, but I think we can work around it having just one. And we're going to get... So first we need to deck check, make everything's here. We're definitely getting this. So we get Dawn. And we could just do like Dawn Book Catching. That would give us 2 energies. If we draw an energy, cool. Or a second Book Catching. Like drawing Book Catching here off of this Teal Mask Teal Dance would be pretty sweet. Terra Orb isn't bad. That does guarantee us a Terra in case they have some crazy turn. Alright, so Noctowl has 1 retreat. We could get Dawn Air Balloon to get it out of there and just go ahead and get the Venusaur down. That's not a terrible play. Might do that. I could also Pokepad for Fan Rotom and get Hoodoo, Noctowl. That way we also guarantee that. But I want to kind of make him think I don't have anything else. That way he doesn't judge me, and we can just use the Fan Rotom as Ultra Ball fodder later. Because we have a pretty good setup right now. So I don't want to go all in and then I get judged and he just destroys it all. Okay, so it looks like he's playing the Precon. We are going to be playing this deck on the channel. Pokemon TCG actually kind of cooked with the Precon they gave you with this set being the Greninja, and it has Starmie in it also. I'm excited to see what that does. Because Greninja has the ability where you can discard energies or however it works to use the put 6 damage counters on something. So with the Starmie attack that gets up to 110 damage, that's pretty effective. Salvatore, so we're probably not getting judged. Which is good news for us. Alright, so star you into Salvatore. Oh, plus water energy knocks out the Voodoo, so maybe I should have got the Fan Rotom. Yeah, now we're kind of cooked. Although he's not doing damage to the Teal Mask, that does make me feel kind of good. Maybe we can start loading up some energies on that and taking it to the house. So now our hand is really bad with it. Real bad. Till Dance for sure. Lilies. Oh, do we have the lilies? Man, I should have fanned. I guess we play the forest and then lilies, hoping he doesn't have ignition energy or a way to get 2 energy on this. Okay, okay. I kind of like where we're at here, so we can get the hoodoo and hope he doesn't go crazy and knock it out, because we can knock Tao for some stuff. We can Teal Mask and Teal Dance, and still attach for turn. Seeing what that gives us. Well, okay. I mean, we honestly might just get it all here, and I'm super excited to see if that happens. Now, the question is, we have 4 energies, but if I get a Venasaur, I'm definitely going to want to retreat and attack with it. So let's throw this down, and I really just want to Ultra Ball for an Ivysaur, play the Ivysaur. Yeah, it didn't get knocked out, it got shuffled in. Play the Ivysaur, and then try to hit off the bug catching. But do I want a bug catching first is the question. I only have 30 cards left. Everything is in the deck. I think we gotta go Ultra Ball first, guys. It thins the deck by a card. Let's do it. Let's just... We ball, boys. We are balling here. Not really. This probably is gonna end very bad. But then we get to bug catching. No, we didn't get it. But we have another one set up. So we have some possibilities here for our next turn. It's not over yet. Okay, so attach. Put some damage on you, bud. This is also a cool play because if I get into a Venusaur, I can now one-shot this Starmie. And I'm really hoping that he doesn't one-shot my Teal Mask, because it has all the energies on it, but you gotta roll with the punches here. I kept the Steel Mask with 3 energy up, because if we do end up drawing something that gets us into energies, or maybe just an energy, then we could Teal Dance, draw a card, plus take knockout here, if he doesn't take the knockout. Because we have 0 energy in the discard now, so the only card, because Flash Drum's discarded, is energy retrieval. We technically don't need to draw, but we could draw one of our other 2 lilies, or some of our other bug catching sets, so we have some possibilities here. Hoodoo, we could draw, or not Hoodoo, Noctowl, we could draw a Noctowl. Definitely was hoping to get into a Venusaur there. That would have changed the way... Okay. So he throws down the Ivysaur. He's going to knock it out. So he is trying to stall a little bit here. I kind of wish the Hoodoo had free retreat, or I had a free retreater in the deck. Maybe we need to slot in 1 Badoo. That way I could have possibly... What does this do? So shake over 3 Pokemon reveal and put them into your hand. Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. So if we draw energy, we can take knockout here. If we draw a way to get energy, we can take knockout here. And we draw. Ooh, Pokebad. Pokebad can get Noctowl if it's in the deck. Honestly, didn't check. It is in the deck. Okay, so... I mean, Dawn is what you want, but... I think we just bug catching Unfair Stamp. Is that a problem? Or do we Dawn? We're getting to stage 2, obviously. Bug catching Unfair Stamp, we have 2 Ultra Balls left. I think I'm just gonna do it, because I have no way to... I guess I could also get Lilies. Lilies plus bug catching? Because we still don't have any energy in the discard at the moment. I don't mind lilies and bug catching. If we don't hit it with the bug catching, we can try to get 2 cards and put them in play, and then lilies and draw 8. Okay, well we hit it. Well, never mind. We just have it all, as the kids would say. All right, so throw that down. Retreat. Get out of here before you get hurt. And go ahead and Teal Dance. Draw a card. Ooh, boss. I kind of like the boss Meowth play here for 2 prize cards. But if we can take a double Mega Knockout, that's not super necessary. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and Lilies. I mean, the Meowth is there. It's just making his bench sticky. And now if he gets into a bunch of cards and a knockout next turn, we can Teal Dance, or Unfair Stamp. So now let's Teal Dance. Get some draws going. Teal Dance. And there is a possibility this Noctowl gets knocked out next turn with the Greninja ability, so I'm going to throw the Air Balloon on a Teal Mask. Probably the one with the most energy on it. Or with enough to attack, I was trying to say. And I kind of like my hand. My hand is scary for my opponent because it's really big, even though it's not doing a whole lot. It has good setup for the next turn to come, if need be. Because we are missing a Hoodoo, right? A Noctowl, so, and the Night Stretcher, so that's pretty much out of the equation, trying to go get our last Wally. Three prize cards here. Alright, so we got a Grass Energy. Get us into some draws without having to Lilies. Now obviously, he very confidently threw over the Frogadier, so I'm excited to see what the Mega Greninja does. Because even though it's the poster boy of the set, I have not read it one time. I'll take that back. I've read it one time, but that was like when it first got spoiled. So now we're definitely going to read it. I don't think it does. I think it's, they compared it to Dragapult, so it does like 200 damage and it can spread 60 with its ability or something. Let's see what it does. So, once during your turn, if this Pokemon's in the active spot. Oh, well, he's just going to do it for us and show us. So he's going to put 60 on something, I think. 6 damage counters, I guess that does make a difference. And he's going to put that on the Noctowl, of course. And then he's going to Ninja Spinner. Put a water energy from this Pokemon into your hand, I believe. And it does 200. Yeah. Alright. So now we have to try to draw into this second Wally's to heal, because he's going to be able to get a knockout here. Now we will be able to get a following knockout. Oh, actually, that's not good. He's going to be able to get a knockout on the Noctowl and the Venusaur, probably. Yeah, definitely. So, let's see what we can do here. I mean, this is one of those cases where I was saying Ultra Ball for Meowth to get Wally's would be good. So let's just Ultra Ball and throw some stuff away that I'm definitely not going to play with. And just see what we have. Don't need any of this, but we do have the Wallies in the deck. So I guess we'll just get this for deck thinning to try to draw the Wallies. And then go ahead and Pucky Pad, get this for deck thinning to try to draw the Wallies. Try to draw the Wallies. I did not check to see if we have any energy left, but before we burn these two, I am going to Bug Catching to try to pull energy out of the deck. Okay, so we didn't hit any. He didn't take a knockout this turn, so I can't play Stamp. And I mean, of course, I'm going to do some math. But I don't think I have enough. Well, I have to discard with the Venusaur, so I definitely don't have enough. Oh, we got the Wallies, boys. Such a gamer. Such a gamer. Alright, well, we're banking on that one last Wallies here. Because he's more than likely going to take a knockout on the Noctowl next turn, but him taking a knockout on this Venasaur is very unlikely, to my understanding. And if he takes a knockout on our Ogre Pond, that's only 3 prize cards, so we're not going to play any of the babies just in case, and we're just going to attack and pass. If he does 200 to me, he also has to attach an energy and discard an energy in order to be able to do that with a 4-card hand. Not saying it's impossible, but not easy for sure. So, let's see here. I could kind of see, going way off topic here, I could kind of see a Greninja Dugong Spot Ops deck to keep bouncing the energy back. Okay, well, he just has both energies. That's fine. I'm not going to complain. That's fair. That's what his deck is made to do. And here we are. Seeing a bit. But he's still not taking out a knockout on this Venusaur. So unless he tries to ball stall here, Judge. I assume that's a Judge to try to clutch something. It's not getting much for us. So we have 7, 9 energies, and there's 1 in the discard, so there's no energy left in the deck. Bug catching is worthless. Is energy retrieval still in the deck? It's either in the deck or in the prize cards. Honestly, don't remember checking for it. Opponent is selecting attached card, so he is retreating. So if we get Ultra Ball here, we got Rare Candy, which doesn't do anything. Wait a minute, why is it saying we can play this? Oh my gosh. This card's cracked. Because he knocked it out with the ability, so I'm able to unfair stamp. I mean, unfortunately, I didn't unfair stamp into anything good, but I did unfair stamp into an Ultra Ball, which if we were playing Meowth, we could search for Meowth and then get Boss and win the game. Gosh. Alright, well, I guess we gotta do something, so let's... Energy retrieval, hold on. Ultra Ball, Rare Candy, Forest, not gonna need those. With this random card I'm not gonna play. Energy retrieval, so now we have a 1 in 8 chance to draw this boss. Do we get there? We do not. Okay. If I Lilies and shuffle 2 in and then draw 6, that will leave me with 4 cards. 3 cards. And it kind of just sets up the boss play for next turn. Because I don't think there's a way he can take a double knockout on this Venusaur, so I'm going to do it. Yeah, there they are. Oh, we had a 2 in 8 chance. A fourth of my deck were Boss's orders. Okay, so let's jungle dump. Take a prize. The reason I hate playing Meowth is because literally almost every game I've queued up with Meowth in my deck, it started as my only basic Pokemon and I didn't get to use the ability. Now, I know that's probably just a Pokemon TCG Live bug of some sort, and there's nothing we can do about that, but it's just so brutal. So he Lilies here. Buddies, I don't know why he's worried about that. I mean, we have 2 different ways to win this game. If we lose this game, my opponent pulled off an absolute cracked play. I mean, surely he knows I have Boss's Order with only 3 cards. I do kind of like the idea of the spread damage though with the Starmie and the Greninja though. And I kind of honestly like the idea of the Mega Greninja with the regular Greninja in the Dusknoir deck. Because they're playing the Terra Greninja, which does some spread damage, and then you also have Dusknoir in there. And honestly, just Mega Greninja Dusknoir, I mean, it's very Poltish for sure, and Polt would probably just be better, but alright, well, we got game. He's retreating into a Staryu. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna big man him or anything. I'm just gonna do it. Show him that I have it. Show him that it's over. I should have bossed him, yeah. We took our last 2 prize cards, so we are 2-0. Played against Greninja Starmie and Frostlass. I didn't see any Dusknors. There was monkeys though. 2-0. We got more rewards to collect and more packs to open. Yay! Oh, no, I was gonna open them. I didn't pull anything cool. So what do y'all think of, man, let's talk about the Well-Lord deck. That is going to be fun. That's a water deck I'm excited to play. Very much so. I don't know, I think we're leaving Unfair Stamp in there. I mean, Pulp is the best deck in the meta. So if they don't knock out my main attacker, which is Venasaur, and they knock out something on the bench, like a little small basic or something, then we're able to Unfair Stamp them. Like, that seems really good. They're going to go first, so we'll be going second this game. That's not terrible. You just want to see the possible rare candy into Venusaur on your turn 2, which with this hand it is possible, so we're definitely going to throw the old teal mask up. I probably should have started with the Bulbasaur, attached energy, and retreat locked him. That's not really that big of an issue. Okay, so we're playing against a Dugong deck, right? Isn't the seal Dugong? I was just talking about this exact concept. Like, that's insane. There's no such thing as originality anymore. I'm literally playing an idea I seen like 9 months ago on the ladder, and like here we are playing against something I just talked about. Like it's honestly crazy. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I don't know what we're doing here. I feel like this is just a pile, but I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm gonna see what we got. So, Teal Dance. Bulbasaur, go ahead and throw the second Bulbasaur down. And then Bug Catching. It's not exactly what I wanted to see, but it's not terrible. Just kidding, that's exactly what I wanted to see. Teal Dance. Dawn. No, that'll do anything. We're going to throw this here. If he takes the knockout, oh well. We can figure it out later. And then we're going to Lilies. Okay. Okay, so we got Venusaur next turn. And we have Noctowl next turn. As long as everything stays here, he will get the opportunity to attack and possibly rare candy and shenanigans, but that has 2 retreat costs, so I assume Dugong has just as much. So I think we're just going to pass right there. I wanted to do more, but we're just going to wait. We do only have 2 energy to work with though if we don't end up getting Air Balloon. Oh yeah, duh, Surfing Beach is free retreat, I knew that. But he did evolve into that Froakie, so unless he rare candies into this Greninja over here on the left, that's not doing anything. The Zoroark is interesting though, because the Greninja discards energy. I understand using the Zoroark for, like, he has to get a Spidops here, or a Tarantula. He has to. Like, why else would you be on this plan? No, just... Alright, we're just throwing all of our energy away. I hope he plays 4 energy retrieval and 4 night stretcher. Like, I don't get it. Like, having 2 energy discard outlets. I mean, technically, Zora is, you can discard anything to draw. I guess I'll be fair and say that, but still. So he's got the Frogadier up. Summoning Jujitsu. So let's see what 3 Pokemon he gets. I assume Zoroarks and Greninjas. The Zoroarks also are a pretty easy knockout, so I'm not mad about that because they're weakness to grass. So he got Zoroarks and Dugongs. Okay. Oh. Well, it just gave me everything. So, Force of Vitality. Ivysaur. Venusaur. Tealmask. And then we're going to Pokepad for a Noctowl, and we're going to deck search while we're in here. So we got the boss, both Wallies, a couple Lilies, Dawn, probably won't need that anymore, 2 bug catching. That is the only 2 bug catching we have now. We do have 6 grass energy. So we'll only have 1 energy in the discard pile. So we have to hit 2 energy off the bug catching. Jeez. Or we could just Night Stretcher and save the retrieval. You know what? We're gonna go for it. We are going to go for it, bud. Oh, we could also get Air Balloon bug catching and then free retreat. Yeah, let's do that. And then hope to hit just 1 more energy. I mean, maybe this deck needs to play a 1-of energy search for this situation here. And that's kind of what I have the deck built around, is all these different niche situations that you don't want to deal with. Well, I guess I need to bug catch him before I retreat. Okay, we hit the 1 energy. Whew, that was close. Teal Dance. Watch us hit another energy. Oh, unfair stamp. That's okay. And then we're going to retreat. Unfortunately, I don't want to discard anything in my hand for Ultra Ball to go get Ivysaur. So we just kind of have to leave everything where it is. I'm also kind of hoping they take a boss knockout so we can unfair stamp them. But it's not going to be very likely. I guess we could discard the Terror Orb. We do have a Wally's left. But I don't remember if I have the other Ivysaur, and I don't want to whiff that. So I guess we just need to attack. I kind of wanted to save space on my bench for second Noctowl so we could get some bosses and start knocking out some Zoroarks. But we're not in a terrible situation, so I'm going to let it play out. Okay, so he's doing the Ins Vanillux, whichever one is the stage 2, I don't remember. I think it's Vanillux. So I'm not entirely unfair stamp, that's fair. Well, no pun intended at all. Okay, and that's not terrible. We could possibly get Ivysaur. If it's in the deck. If it's not in the deck, then we just don't get Ivysaur, which is also fine. We're probably taking another knockout here no matter what. And I doubt they knock out the Venusaur. Ends PP up. This is interesting. I don't really know what that ends vanilla. It's like a spread attack or something. It's like 110 to 2 or something like that. I don't remember it being super good. Cool to see a lot of different decks on the ladder right now, though, not just Pult, which this deck does beat Pult, but it is a grind fest, I'll admit. It's not the easiest game plan, because you have to set up a lot of Tealmask, which makes them basically 2 knockouts away, because they can just put 10 damage on each of them. And if they go faster than you, then they can start sniping all your little things. Okay, so he's going into the Mega Greninja, which is going to be not super unideal due to the fact that it does 170, and we're going to get to heal 30 from the Venusaur. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I healed Venusaur a single time that I attacked with it in that tournament I played this deck. I did up winning that tournament. It was 3 pretty easy games. My opponent was playing a Zygrade deck, so I just bossed double Zygrade after taking a Cornerstone. I did have to grind through knocking out a Cornerstone with the Regigigas though. And then what else was it? I played against Garchomp, of course his weakness to grass, and then game 2 or 3 I played against Iono's Belly Bolt. And I mean, it was a game. He was attacking, I was attacking, but I ended up getting there in the end. Iono's Belly Bolt with the Voltorb can do some very nasty things. Do not get me wrong. Alright, well, we're going to see if there's an Ivysaur in the deck to give this dude a little bit more HP. There is an Ivysaur in the deck, so let's deck check. We have both Wallies now. I was thinking we did. So let's go ahead and throw the Ivysaur down. Then we're going to Teal Dance here. Get another Teal Mask, which isn't great. So we're just going to attack and hope he doesn't get anything, because if he does, we're kind of in rough territory. He's not doing enough with the 170 to knock me out. It's only going to be 310. And I'll be able to knock out the Greninja. It's a very interesting deck though, I will say. I will say, indeed. Almost like a hand control deck with a lot of judges and stuff though. It just seems like it kind of tears it up. But it's obviously relying on drawing a lot of cards for synergy. Has its multiple stage 2 lines, a stage 1 line. I mean, he has 4 stage 2 lines in play right now. And it seems like a lot. Plus the stage 1 line. And still at this current moment hasn't done anything. I do kind of understand it though. Because if I didn't have so many Terras on the bench, he could Mirage Barrage and do a lot of damage to a lot of my Pokemon, but it does it to 2 of them. Stack 120, 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. So he could Mirage Barrage, well he's retreating, but he could Mirage Barrage to everything and then knock out this and this. Which honestly, that doesn't seem like a bad play, but the Venusaur would get to heal again. I don't know what my opponent's going to do here. Mortal Shuriken on the Ivysaur. Oh, on the Venusaur. Oh. Oh. I thought N's PP up said Dark Energies. Now we're cooked, boys. We're absolutely cooked. Okay. Okay. I now have respect for opponent's deck. Because N's PP up is broken. And it says basic energy to an N's Pokemon. So now he's going to be able to do 200 to my Venusaur knocking it out. And we're pretty much just dead in the water at that point. Once again, no pun intended. Hoping to get a good draw here for sure. I think we're just going to throw up the Teal Mask with no energy on it with the Air Balloon as a free retreater and see what happens off the draw. That was not good for us. Oh, I did not know that could do it to active. That's really good. That's honestly better than Pulton away. That can bring it up to 260 attack at 350 HP. And the water and dragon type, that doesn't matter. That seems really good. I think I'm going to retreat into Noctowl. Although that does give him a prize card. Never mind. As long as he has energy, he can just get into a prize card anyways. I mean, we're pretty much dead in the water here, but if we can get some energies going with another Venasaur, we're not in a terrible spot for next turn. It's going to take him a pretty hard time to knock out the Venusaur, especially if we can heal it with Wallies, and then he's not going to be able to deal like shoot damage with Greninja to our bench. The Greninja EX, not the Mega. He would be able to put the 6 damage counters on it, but that would take a long time to get knockouts, and I would eventually come back from that. At this current standpoint, unless he Mortal Shurikens a Teal Mask, and then bosses up an Ogerpon and knocks it out, which looks like that's what he's about to do, we are in somewhat of a good situation. I don't even know why you would play the Vanillish line. I guess just in case you don't get into Zoroark, because this attach a basic energy card from one of your bench ends Pokemon. I guess this is, and it also has the Call for Family ability too, so maybe he's not playing the Stage 2 line, he's just playing this to have another ends PP up target. I gotta show my opponent respect, they're cooking here for sure. Or somebody's cooking. Chef Boy RD. Okay, so he's gonna bring up a different Ogerpon. Okay. Which doesn't secure the knockout. Which honestly sucks even worse for us. I don't think there was ever a possibility there for us to use Regigigas. I think we drew it too late, but I honestly don't remember. Yeah, because we had a full hand whenever we attacked, I think, and then he unfair stamped us. Or maybe not. I don't remember, to be honest. Alright, we need a lot. I don't think this bug catching is going to get here, but we can try. One grass. Does the one grass get us into one lilies? No, it doesn't. I'll throw him the thumbs up and concede. He got it. I mean, he didn't, but he will. He can discard water, boss this up or something. Well, geez. We ended up losing our last game. But it was to a Chaos Rising deck. We're not playing Chaos Rising cards yet. That will be different when the deck is on the channel next. We will be adding in some Chaos Rising stuff. So I think I like the unfair stamp. I might try to fit in a special red card in here. I don't know that I necessarily need it. But just to have it, we might go ahead and do that. And a Meowth. Although we did win game 1 and game 2, I think the Meowth would have clutched us there for a little bit easier or a little bit swifter win. And it just overall improves the aggressiveness of the deck. As long as we don't start the Meowth. But this is the Mega Venusaur deck I've been playing, and it will be coming back to the channel very soon with some Chaos Rising upgrades. I hope you liked what you've seen. I definitely love playing the deck. I think it is a possible meta contender with the amount of HP that Venusaur has, if it's where we can keep him alive. We're definitely going to be trying out some different builds with the A spec. Maybe changing it to Hero's Cape again and putting in special red card instead of unfair stamp. Seeing if it makes a difference. Being able to search for unfair stamp just as easily as the red card makes it about the same quality. As you've seen, the unfair stamp didn't do a whole lot, where the Hero's Cape might have in certain situations. If this Greninja deck becomes a thing, then it's very possible that we're going to need some unfair stamps or a third Wallies, or excuse me, a Hero's Cape or a third Wallies or something. But that is the deck for now. If you liked what you've seen, please drop a subscribe and like the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.